When I think about life here, it's quite active and it's accessible. I wake up and I can go for a walk by the river, with my morning coffee and croissant. If I want to meet my friends, I can hop on public transportation, which is so centralized and easy to use here. That gives me a lot of peace of mind. My name is Denae McGaha, and I relocated from the US to Budapest in Hungary. All in all, I spent about $800 or $900 to relocate to Budapest, and that was mostly the plane ticket. I think I took 1 or 2 suitcases full of clothes, but the teaching program I came with, they set up apartments for all of their teachers and they're pre-furnished. Could I have a better life if I moved back to the US? It depends. I might be able to find a higher salaried job, but it would need to be a lot higher to improve the quality of life that I have now. So when comparing the cost of living between Hungary and the US, the biggest difference I see is rent, which of course is a lot of people's biggest monthly expense. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and I pay about $664 per month. So that includes rent. It also includes the common cost, the people taking care of the building at large, taking out the trash, cleaning the common areas, and that includes electricity and water as well. Health insurance is a fraction of the price as it is at home. To go out to eat, to get a main course and a drink is maybe around $15 to $20. So it's really not that different from some cities at home or some American prices. As far as my financial situation goes, I try to budget myself to stay within $150 a week after rent. And that covers everything I need. It covers the weekly grocery shop. It covers going out to eat or ordering takeout 2 times a week, meeting up with friends for drinks, maybe once or twice a week as well. In May, I ended up spending more than I made, and I think a big part of that honestly was repayment of credit card debt. Also a big part of that was probably being liberal with going out to eat and drink and just have fun with friends. Welcome to my home. This is my apartment, or flat, as they say in Budapest. Let's start right here in the kitchen. I always start the day with a cup of tea. My friend has a vintage homeware shop, so this is my prized possession. And come into the living room. This is where I work when I'm working from home and I'm not at the co-working space. I like it because I can look out the window, get a little sunlight. Now this is quite literally the bathroom because there's the bathtub, but you'll notice there's actually no toilet. That was something I had to get used to. The toilet and the bathtub are often separated. Normally in the States where I grew up, you would have a dryer, but here you can just dry things on this rack. It makes great use of the tall ceilings and saves me a lot of electricity. This actually might be my favorite room of the flat because how lush. We have this textured wall from the bedroom. We can actually come back through. You've seen it before. Back to the bathroom. Very convenient for taking showers in a hurry. One big inspiration for me traveling was my father. He unfortunately passed away when I was 16. Our house got hit by a tornado when we lived in Alabama. I remember the last Christmas he was alive, he got me a travel guidebook, I think for England, and this huge fold-out map of Europe, and I just felt like all my dreams were supported and confirmed in that moment. I wanted to study abroad. I kept the guidebook in mind. Like, I went to London for my first semester abroad ever. And I think that studying abroad and having that experience was a bit addictive, and it showed me that I had some skills, I had some ability to take myself to a new place and make connections and build something, and that I could go somewhere completely unknown and still be okay and still find good people that made the journey easier. I looked at my savings from a year of working as a barista. It's the most money I'd ever had in my life, I think around like $4,000. And I realized if I move to Brooklyn and I don't get a job like that, my year of savings will get eaten up by rent in like 2 months. That really contributed to my decision. I wanted adventure somewhere. I wanted something international, and I wanted to feel like I could get bang for my buck. The application went through, the school interview went well, and then I was on a plane and I moved to Budapest. By then I had built up my Instagram and personal blog a bit, and I got approached by a Budapest business to help with their social media. And then from that job, I was able to build even more of a portfolio, and I got approached again through Instagram about my current job at an American agency. And that's when I left teaching and went full-fledged into the digital marketing space. But I held on to my travel writing just for me. My typical day in the life, I work from home a little bit during the day and then head to the co-working space because it's very good to have that human interaction. Then in the evening, either staying in and working on my passion project, my travel blog and travel writing, or going out for a drink with friends, trying a new cafe, trying a new restaurant. So when I first got here, I had an employment visa through the school system, and eventually that transitioned into a freelance visa, which is when I started juggling teaching and social media. And then that transitioned into more of a cultural visa, and I'm in the process of extending it. That specific visa no longer exists, but because I applied before they canceled it, I can still get it. My advice for other Americans looking to move to Budapest, first of all, do it. It's gorgeous. Second of all, definitely truly make the effort to learn the language. It's one of the top 5 hardest languages to learn in the world. It's insane. It's beautiful, but my gosh, it's difficult. Yes and no. For example, here's how I would introduce myself in Hungarian. Jó napot, Denae vagyok, amerikai vagyok, és 29 éves vagyok, és nagyon tetszik a Budapest. I don't imagine myself 60 years old and still living here, but at the same time, I don't see an immediate reason why I would leave. There's still so much love I have for this city, so I can see definitely at least a couple more years. Do I see myself moving back to the States? If I can manage to have the same level of comfort and peace and quality of life, then I'm open to it. But for now, I love Hungary, I love Budapest, and I'm glad to be here.